Hello everyone! Before we begin, leave a comment on what you think a bear and World War II have in common. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? Well, prepare yourself for a story that will change your perspective. World War II, a dark period in human history filled with stories of courage, loss, and sacrifice. But among the pages of this epic tragedy, there's a story so extraordinary, so unbelievable, that it seems to have come straight out of a fairy tale. This is the true story of Wojtek, the bear who became a soldier, 1942. The world is in flames. In occupied Poland, thousands of soldiers and civilians are sent to Soviet prisoner camps. Pause the video now and try to imagine what it would be like to be in that situation. Difficult, isn't it? But with a twist of fate, many are liberated and join the Allied forces. Among them is the newly formed Polish Second Corps marching through Iran towards the Middle East. Exhausted, hungry, but determined, these men carried not only the weight of their weapons but also the memories of a torn country. Little did they know they were about to meet a companion that would change their lives forever. Picture this scene, a dusty road near Hamadan, Iran. The heat is oppressive, morale is low. A group of Polish soldiers takes a break trying to find a moment of relief in the chaos of war. Suddenly, a local boy approaches carrying something in his arms. It's not an ordinary load, it's a bear cub. Yes, you heard that right, a bear cub. Lieutenant Anatol Tarnowiecki, moved by compassion, trades the cub for a few cans of food. At that moment, without knowing it, he changed the course of history. The small bear, frightened and hungry, soon becomes the center of attention. The soldiers name him Wojtek, which in Polish means smiling warrior, or he who enjoys war. Little did they know how appropriate that name would become. Question for you. If you were in this situation, would you have adopted the bear cub? Leave your answer in the comments. 1944. The Battle of Monte Cassino, one of the fiercest of the war, is in full swing. The 22nd Artillery Supply Company, to which Wojtek was associated, is called into action. Close your eyes for a moment and try to imagine the scene. Chaos reigns. The deafening sound of artillery fills the air. Soldiers run frantically, carrying heavy ammunition boxes. And then, something extraordinary happens. Something no one could have predicted, not even in their wildest dreams. Wojtek, observing his human companions, does something no one expected. He stands up on his hind legs, walks to a truck and waits. A soldier, hesitant, places an ammunition box in his arms. Now pause the video and think. What do you think Wojtek did next? Leave your guess in the comments before continuing. Ready? Here we go. Wojtek grabs the box and walks determinedly towards the front lines. Yes, you understood correctly. A bear was carrying real ammunition in a real battle of World War II. At that moment, Wojtek ceased to be a mascot. He became a war hero. A bear carrying ammunition under enemy fire. It's a scene that defies imagination, isn't it? Wojtek's courage inspired the soldiers. Amidst the chaos and despair of battle, seeing a bear doing its part to help brought a feeling of hope and determination that was hard to explain. Wojtek's fame spread quickly. Soldiers from other units came from far and wide to see the bear who was helping in the war effort. But with the unit's transfer to Italy, a problem arose. How to transport a bear across Allied lines? The solution? Well, this is where the story gets even more incredible, if that's possible. Get ready. They decided to officially enlist Wojtek in the Polish army. Yes, you heard that right. A bear was officially enlisted in the army. Wojtek received the rank of corporal, a service number, and even a paybook. Imagine the officer responsible for enlistment trying to explain this to his superiors. Now, a question for you. What position would you give a bear in the army? Leave your most creative answer in the comments. Imagine the scene, a 250-kilogram bear, wearing an improvised uniform, marching alongside his human comrades. It seems absurd, but in the madness of war, even the absurd can become reality. 1945. The war finally comes to an end. Millions of lives were lost, entire countries were in ruins. And in the midst of all this, there was a Polish bear soldier. But for Wojtek and his Polish companions, a new concern arises. Where to go now? With Poland under Soviet control, many Polish soldiers decide not to return. The Second Corps is transferred to Scotland for demobilization, and Wojtek, of course, goes with them. After all, how could they leave behind a war companion, even if he was a bear? In the years that followed, Wojtek found a new home at the Edinburgh Zoo. But he was never forgotten. Regularly, old war companions visited him, bringing cigarettes and beer. reminiscing about the days when a bear was more than a bear. It was a symbol of hope and resistance. Think about this. A bear that lived two lives, one as a soldier in wartime, another as a zoo attraction in peacetime. Which do you think was more challenging for Wojtek? Leave your opinion in the comments. Wojtek lived until 1963, reaching the respectable age of 22 years. But his story didn't end there. Today, statues of Wojtek can be found in Poland, Scotland, and other places, reminding everyone of his incredible journey. Wojtek's story is more than a curiosity of war. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the depth of the bonds we can form even in the most unlikely circumstances, and the fact that hope can be found in the most unexpected places. The next time you feel overwhelmed by life's challenges, remember Wojtek. Remember that even in the darkest moments of history, there is room for friendship, courage, and even the extraordinary. After all, who could have imagined that one of the most beloved heroes of World War II would be a bear? Before we end, I want you to do two things. First, share this video with someone you think needs to hear a story of hope today. Second, leave in the comments which part of Wojtek's story surprised or moved you the most. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next incredible stories from history. See you next time, folks. And remember, sometimes heroes come in unexpected forms, sometimes even furry and four-legged.